Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to do a Memorial Day video saying, please remember the Korean War vets, and here's why. And it's not because I lived in South Korea for 2 years. It's not because I love South Korea, even though that all is true. But the Korean War is known as the Forgotten War. And even in South Korea, it's becoming the Forgotten War at times. And we do not need to forget the sacrifice that those brave soldiers made. Over 33,000 Americans did not make it back from Korea. And the war lasted 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days to be exact. Okay? And we need to remember their sacrifices, okay? They braved the sweltering summers and the mosquitoes in the summertime. Some of them were infected with malaria. They braved that. And then they braved the frozen winters as well. And in the Chosin or Jongjin Reservoir, sometimes it was 20 degrees below zero. We do not need to forget their sacrifices, okay? The veterans were not mistreated when they came back, but by and large, a lot of them were ignored. And that should have not went on, okay? Now, the Vietnam vets, when they returned home, a lot of them were mistreated and spit on when they came off the airplane and had stuff thrown at them, were called baby killers, and that should have not gone on. But thanks to Mel Gibson and the director Randall Wallace, the film We Were Soldiers was made. It was about the soldiers in the Battle of the Ia Drang Valley. And then thanks to author and professor Dr. Andy Wiest, he wrote a book called The Boys of 67 and also a book called Vietnam that details what a lot of Vietnam veterans were actually like and what they were really like. So props to both of them for doing that. But we need to make sure we remember the Korean War veterans. And most Americans don't have a favorable opinion in North Korea. Most Americans are glad that these soldiers did go to Korea and stop communism, and they're glad to see South Korea prosper, but they don't think about it too much. And to a certain degree, I don't like that because we need to remember what all those soldiers went through to make that possible. And as I've said, 33,000 of them did not make it back. And we specifically, over 33,000 of them did not make it back. And we specifically need to remember those guys on Memorial Day. The Americans had the highest casualty by far, more than any other country. The second one was the UK, but the UK still had under 2,000 casualties. So we really need to remember the American Korean War vets on our holiday of Memorial Day. So you guys have probably been out to the beach, or been out to the lake. Please remember the brave Korean War vets before today ends. So anyway, so everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.